my super exciting story that I have already created. As you can see, I really like to play games. I love the excitement that I get when I play games. I also find that the characters in the games are very cool and very cute. So, I decided to come up with an idea that are related to games. Are you ready to see what story that I have already created? I'm sure you want to. Okay, so then let's start by saying a magic word together with me. The word is abracadabra. Now let's say together, 3, 2, 1. Abracadabra! Woo! The magic works! So now, let me begin with the title of the story. The title of the story is The Man Who Brought Video Game Characters to Life. So the main idea of the story is about a man who brought video game characters to life. He has an addiction to this game called Super Mario, and the settings for the story is in the virtual world of Super Mario and, Earth. There will be some actions and also humor going on in this story. The main characters are Mr. Jiggles, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Toadette, and Dragon. The characters feeling in this story are shocked, terrified, and curious. Now, let's move on to the storyboard!
This is Mr. Jiggles. He is a 24-year-old man who lives all alone and is addicted to a game called Super Mario. As he loved gaming more than anything else, he had a dream of bringing video game characters to life. He began to research technology and various programs related to video games to pursue his dream. He did this for about a year or so until one day his hard work had paid off. "Excuse me, sir, did you call for us?" Mario Bros questioned, standing behind Mr. Jiggles.
Hi! Mario, I want to start my presentation now. You can sit here on my lap. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Now let's start with the first picture of my storyboard. The first picture here is the beginning plot of the story. Here's where the main character, Mr. Jiggles, will be introduced. He's a 24-year-old handsome man, but he's a geek. I wanted him to have an Albert Einstein type of hairstyle with Brad Pitt face, lol. Mr. Jiggles really loved gaming and he has an addiction to a game called Super Mario. He wanted to bring the video game characters to life. So he studied about technology and programming in order to bring them to life. As you can see, he's very busy working on his experiment in his messy room until one day, out of nowhere, someone poked on his shoulder. Now let's see the second part of the story.
Mr. Jiggles was shocked to hear someone talking in his deserted house. Turning around, he saw the whole gang of Super Mario characters. His jaw dropped. Mr. Jiggles asked in confusion, "Are you guys for real?" while reaching out to touch their shoulders. "Yes, we are!" the gang replied.
The second picture in the storyboard is the middle rising action. This is where Mr. Jiggles was shocked that the Super Mario game characters were real. He stands frozenly like a statue and with his jaw dropping, and steam coming out of his head. The background suddenly changed to Super Mario game's kind of background. Wow! And that's for a couple of seconds and back to real life. He thought he was dreaming. He shakes his head and realized that the characters were the same like in the video games. Let's move on to the third part of the story.
Mr. Jiggles noticed that each character, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Toadette, and Dragon, looked exactly like in the video game. They were pixelated and wore vibrant costumes, nothing like how common people would appear to be. Luigi was as tall as a normal human being, while Mario was a dwarf. Dragon was twice as huge as an adult. However, there was nothing fearful about him. Princess Peach, on the other hand, looked very graceful and elegant, whereas Toadette, being a female toad, was extremely energetic. Whenever she moves, her pigtails would also bounce around.
The third picture here is still part of the middle rising action. This is where the Super Mario gang will be introduced. They're waving their hands to Mr. Jiggles and cheering with excitement. They are very happy to be in this new and different world called the Earth. I wanted the characters to look pixelated and wear vibrant costumes. And each of them will have different looks and feels as an individual. Mario is a dwarf. Luigi is as tall as a normal adult. Dragon is twice the size of an adult. Princess Peach looked very graceful and elegant. Toadette is an extremely energetic female toad. Next, the fourth part of the story goes like this.
Being on Earth, the Super Mario characters were very curious to see the outside world. So, they all headed out from Mr. Jiggles' home for a walk around the park. As the dragon was leading the gang, some people scampered away out of fear, while others tried to threaten the dragon. "Look! What kind of creature is that? The Earth is under attack!" screamed one of the people in the crowd. The people started to throw things to the Super Mario gang continuously and savagely. "I don't like this place! It's not as beautiful as I thought it would be!" Princess Peach yelled disappointingly. "Let's go back to our base camp!" shouted Toadette. She was shaking with horror until her pigtails started to bounce crazily. "Don't leave me alone! I'm joining you guys!" Luigi replied. "Toodles! See you later, Mario and Dragon!" said the three of them. Feeling scared, Luigi, Toadette, and Princess Peach rushed back to Mr. Jiggles' home.
The fourth picture in the storyboard is the climax for the story. The Super Mario gang was very curious about the outside world, which is of course Earth. So they headed out for a walk in a park. To add humor in the story, the way they walked was like a superhero team with some kind of cool attitude. So it goes like this. And the video speed will be made slow motion until they got hit by the garbage that are being thrown by the people in the park. The video speed will be back to normal, and the cool superhero style walk will turn into a loser style walk. Actions will also happen in this plot of story. The people who saw the Super Mario gang are running away from them, and some attack them because one of the members named Dragon looks creepy. Princess Peach was disappointed because the Earth was not as beautiful as she thought it was. And Toadette was as scared as hell, and Luigi was shaking out of fear. He's a coward. So Luigi, Toadette, and Princess Peach rushed back to Mr. Jiggles' home, leaving Mario and Dragon to face the annoying, bad, unkind people. Now let's see the fifth part of the story.
Seeing that Dragon was in danger, Mario instantly attacked people that were twice his size by stepping on their heads like he always does in his world. Dragon also blew out his fiery breath onto the crowd, but they did not get burned. "Hey Dragon, what happened? How come there aren't instantly dead? Mario wondered. Both Mario and Dragon realized that something was wrong. Their superpowers did not work here on Earth. More people came and attacked Mario and Dragon. Mario, let's run back to Mr. Jiggles' home! We're going to die here because the humans are attacking us violently and our superpowers don't work here! Dragon screamed loudly. Good idea, Dragon! Let's go back to Mr. Jiggles' house, Mario replied. They finally agreed to run back to Mr. Jiggles' house as fast as the speed of light.
The fifth picture in the storyboard is the falling action of my story. Mario and Dragon started to attack the people by stepping on their heads and using weapons, just like they always do in their Mario world. Bling, 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 boing, boing, boing. But surprisingly, the people didn't die instantly, unlike in their virtual world. This makes Mario and Dragon terrified and confused. They decided to run back to Mr. Jiggles' home because they hated the word game over. Let's see the sixth part of this story.
As Mario and Dragon reached Mr. Jiggles' home, joining Princess Peach, Luigi, and Toadette, they all decided to go back to their virtual and pixelated world. We want to go home! This place is too scary! The whole gang cried and yelled at Mr. Jiggles. Mr. Jiggles also realized that their life would be in danger if he kept them here on Earth. He felt sorry for them and used the same program to send them back to their virtual world. Goodbye, guys. It was amazing meeting you all, Mr. Jiggles said sadly. Bye! Answered the Super Mario gang as they were sent back to their virtual and pixelated world. I need to save this program in the USB and lock it in my safety box, Mr. Jiggles thought. He then saved his precious invention program in a USB and kept it in a safety box so that no one would touch it and bring the Super Mario gang back to Earth. The end.
The sixth picture in the storyboard is the resolution, which will bring us to the end of my story. The Super Mario gang were back at Mr. Jiggles' house. They were shocked, terrified, and cried like a toddler. Mr. Jiggles, we want to go back home. They realized that their superpowers do not work here on Earth. And they wanted to go home so badly. They begged for Mr. Jiggles to go home and gave him an innocent puppy look. Mr. Jiggles knew that the Super Mario gang lives would be in danger if he kept them here on Earth. So, with a heavy heart, Mr. Jiggles allowed them to go back home. The Super Mario gang cheered and jumped and gave Mr. Jiggles a big, tight hug. Okay, guys, I know. Mr. Jiggles used the same program to bring the Super Mario characters back to life. Look. And then he saved the program in a USB and put it in a safety box. This is the safety box that he put in, so that no one will touch the USB and bring the Super Mario characters back to life. You have reached the end of my super exciting story presentation. I hope you are entertained. Let's get back to playing games. Woo!